Okay guys, Zero here. I'm just going to give you a quick run through of the PSP Go, even though there's probably a million videos of this on YouTube that you could probably just look up, but in case you wanted to see it like from my perspective. Here's the system itself. Obviously, well, it's very small. I don't know if you can tell in the video. Probably it's a little bit bigger in the video, but small. It's obviously in closed mode now. To open it, you just push on the, you can see it's like divided into two halves. Just slide it like that. It's got kind of a spring mechanism in it, so if you try to push it down just a little bit, it'll pop back up. So it's not just like you slide it and it stops or whatever. It's got like a kind of a locking mechanism. So see, if I try to push it down, it'll either snap all the way down or it'll pop back up. Let's see if you can see this here. These D-pad, buttons, analog nub, and start and select. On the system right now, you can see that I'm on the little controller icon. If I choose that, I can scroll through all the things that I have on here right now, which are Lego Batman, Secret Agent Clank, Prince of Persia Rival Swords, God of War Chains of Olympus, Tomb Raider Anniversary, Tomb Raider 3 for PS1, Final Fantasy 7 for PS1, Rock Band Unplugged, Monster Hunter Freedom Unite, Prinny, Can I Really Be the Hero, and Patapon 2. So, basically, when you choose a game, you get the option, when you're playing the game, of not just quitting when you hit the, this is the PS Home button, which has been moved to the side of this thing over here. When you hit it, when you're in a game, it'll ask you, instead of just quit like the original PSP and the 2000, 3000, it will ask you if you want to pause. And what that does is actually you can leave the game, come to the cross media bar, listen to music, watch a movie, start a different game, whatever you want, and then when you're done, you can go back not into where the games are under the little the controller symbol, but if you go to, I believe it's oh yeah, it is under the controller symbol, but instead of actually going down to system storage, which is where the games are held, right above that will be a resume icon, and that basically lets you hop right back into the game where you were. So if it's a game that doesn't have a lot of save points or whatever. The placement of the analog nub is kind of weird because it's almost in the center of the system, but I suppose if you hold it like this, it's not actually that bad. You just kind of have to rest your finger like over here and pretend this thing isn't over there. But a lot of the games just use the D-pad anyway, so it's not really that big of a deal. The speakers are really good. They're really loud unless you're in like a really crowded room. But there also is a headphone jack on the bottom, which is good because my Game Boy Advance SP doesn't have one. It's really annoying. So it starts out with 16 gigabytes of storage, a little bit less because there's operating system. And right now my storage is a little bit under 9 gig, which is not that bad considering I have like 10 games on here. So they eliminated the battery life percentage option, where you can go in and it tells you like how fully charged it is and how much time you have left in hours. I guess because it was inaccurate. So now all it has is the up in the corner, the little battery icon, which is kind of vague, because having 2 out of 3 bars could mean that you have, 4 hours left, or it could mean that you have like 2 hours left. But basically, to get a game, you just scroll over here to PlayStation Store, and then I have my stuff all saved because we have Wi-Fi in the apartment, so it just pretty much auto-loads it. Signing in, I have a PlayStation Network account, obviously, because I have a PS3 also. And then the store here looks like the PS3 store, but it's a little bit different because it's streamlined just for the PSP Go. So it's got like new releases, PS1 classics, PSP add-ons, demos, stuff like that, and it's all just on the side here. You can just scroll up and down and pick the category you want, and then it'll list the games in like alphabetical order. But otherwise, it looks pretty much like the PS3 store. And if you have a game, obviously it tells you that it's got like a little red bag on it showing that you've bought it. Yes, I want to exit. While the system is playing a game, you can close it and it will continue to play the game. You just obviously won't be able to control it because the buttons are gone. If you're on the main menu and you close it, it turns into a clock. If you hit the R and L buttons at the same time, it takes you to a calendar. Obviously we're in the 10th month. The day of the day we're on right now is highlighted. Also, if I tab over to November, my birthday is highlighted in purple. So that's just a new little thing they added. The top right there, the L and R buttons, obviously. Music button, the volume rocker, and the brightness button. Nothing really on the back, just kind of says PSP and has these weird round things that stick out. I think they're made of rubber, actually. I thought they were made of the same thing that the PSP was made out of, but now that I feel them, I think they're actually rubber for setting it down on the table or whatever. Memory stick slot on the side here. Not the PSP Pro Duo that you used to use, but it's called an M2 Micro, I think. It's a whole new format you have to go out and buy, which is kind of dumb, but you can increase this up to about 32 gig of storage right now. The wireless switch on, off. Same basic switch on the other side that the PSP always had for up to turn it on and off, down to lock it, hold it up for like 4 seconds to power it down. That's what the back of the system looks like when it's open. It's kind of like just metallic. Other than that, I think I went over pretty much everything. On the bottom, there's a new proprietary cable. It's an all-in-one cable. Once you plug that in, it'll charge the system. It'll, depending on what the other end is plugged into, if it's plugged into a wall, it'll charge it. If it's plugged into, you can pop it out and plug it into a USB into your computer to transfer games and stuff back and forth. If you have, you want to do output to TV, it's one cord for everything. I don't think I have the other PSP sitting around, so I can't really show you a size comparison, but this is kind of what it looks like. As you can see, if I take it far away, it kind of looks really small. Even smaller when I do that. It didn't come with a little pouch or anything, like the old PSP came with the little cheap-ass pouch. It didn't come with anything like that, which kind of sucks, so I'm going to have to go out and get some kind of little pouch for it, because if you just drop this in your pocket, probably scratch up the screen. So I've been keeping it in this pouch that came with my Skull Candy headphones. It's kind of big though, so. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's the system right there. I listed all the games that I had on there. They're all pretty good, except for Tomb Raider 3, which is kind of annoying because I didn't realize you could only save like once per level or something. But other than that, it's pretty cool. I have yet to use any of the Bluetooth features. Apparently, you can control all your PSP games with a DualShock controller from the PS3. I haven't tried that yet, but I should because I have a PS3, so I could do that. Haven't put any videos or music or anything on there yet, but pretty much just using it for games so far, and I like it. So PSP Go, that's my little thing on it. So I'll see you guys later. Peace.